How's it going? I haven't made a video in a couple months, but here's one. This one's not actually going to be that great because it's been a couple weeks since I saw Black Panther and I haven't really made a plan for this. But you know, it's a video. Here it comes. Before we start though, as a British person, I am contractually obliged to tell you that it snowed and it's very cold. Yeah, so Black Panther. You've heard it's good. Everyone's raving about it. It's currently the highest rated Marvel movie on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, you know, Rotten Tomatoes isn't the be-all and end-all of movie reviews, and you should take that with a pinch of salt, but, you know, that's an accomplishment, isn't it? But does it deserve that? Yes and no. I mean, it's a good film, I enjoyed it, but I don't think, as a film, it quite deserves the level of hype it's getting. But like Wonder Woman, which also received a lot of praise, that was good as well, but maybe not quite as good as all the praise it received as a film. But it's not so much the film that people are getting excited for, but what it represents. This is, you know, it's giving people more representation in the film, the comic book, the superhero of the film industry. And that's a good thing, you know, that deserves the praise, the hype. As a film though, still very good. I had a good time. You know, it's better than average. How to tell if I enjoyed a movie, usually, is if it elicited from me one of three things. Did it make me laugh? Did it make me cry? Or did it make my jaw drop? Sometimes films can make my jaw drop, and that's not a good thing. I usually, when something's cool, but also my jaw dropped at the ending of Sausage Party. Oh no, that's not a good one. But generally those three things, you know, if a film does one or more of those, you know, I've enjoyed it. This film made me laugh. It's got funny bits, not as much as other Marvel movies. It's more of like a Winter Soldier tone, more, you know, serious and going for the cool action vibe with, you know, political undertones. But it's a Marvel movie. There's going to be some comedy. There's a lot of cool stuff, though. I tell you what. Their technology is very nice and it's good, and it made me cry a couple times as well. So, you know, it's a good one. Go and see it. If you haven't, you probably have. Everyone's seen it, right? You got to see it because it leads right up into Infinity War, and it's not going to be released on like Blu-ray, DVD, and digital stuff. I don't think before that comes out. So see it in cinemas, so you know what's going on. Some more specific things about it. The acting is great. All of the people do a good job. Chadwick Boseman, he's the man, and the villain is also very good. Michael B. Jordan, and I gotta say, in the cinema behind me was a family of people discussing whether Michael B. Jordan is a basketball player. He's not. In this film, they have a lot of technology. It's very futuristic technology, and they get it from the vibranium that's there. Only Wakanda has it, and there's a lot of cool stuff. But some of the stuff I thought, you know, what's actually going on here? There's no like most of it. I'm like, yeah, that's just a huge advancement of what we've got. But some of the stuff I'm like, I can't even get my brain around how that would work. I think it was mainly the sand hologram stuff. But then I thought, you know, the last film in this series was Thor Ragnarok, and I'm picking this film apart on its realism. It's a comic book movie. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be silly, futuristic. You have more fun when you don't mind stuff. Vibranium armored rhinos were a big selling point for me. I enjoyed that, I tell you what. I have more stuff to say about villains in this. Both of them. Ulysses Claw being the other, who was enjoyable to watch. Oh, I'm a crazy guy, I gotta shoot people with my floppy hand. But I'll leave my spoiler comments till after the end. After the end? The soundtrack, the score, they're good, fun things. Yeah, no, it's good, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from Black Panther and him interacting with other Avengers and members of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh yeah, one thing, I didn't notice this, but it was pointed out online, that there's a United Nations meeting in this film, and the Welsh flag is up. So in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Wales is its own country. Yeah, I think that's all the comments I had. I probably had more, but I've forgotten them because I left it to film this review like an idiot. I should have made notes, but never mind. I'm going to give this film a praise it. I'm going to give this review a laze it. I'm going to give the future of this channel, I hope I do more stuff soon, and more stuff that isn't movie reviews, because I started movie reviews as just kind of an extra, more content, and they're kind of the only consistent thing on the channel now, because when I see a new movie I feel obligated to review it, whereas there's nothing forcing me to make other content. But it'll come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, whenever that may be. Hello and welcome to the spoilers bit. Spoilers. I had 2 things to say. It's not very much, but I was a bit sad that they killed off Claw in this movie. He wasn't the main villain, but it would have been nice to have him as a recurring villain. We don't have many recurring villains in the MCU. Loki, but I guess he was a villain twice, and then he's just kind of a nuisance these days. Apart from that, Tony Stark probably, but no, they all get killed off or imprisoned. So I thought it would have been nice to have one that, you know, could have been a general small-time villain, but it's fine, I guess. Like, he's joined Crossbones in the... He was a minor villain in one film, got injured, disfigured, and then came back in another film with some new tech and got quickly dispatched. Bit of a shame, but what can you do? Hopefully we'll have some recurring villains one day. The only other observation I had about villains was that Black Panther, the character, has been in 2 films in the MCU now, Civil War and Black Panther, and in both of those films, near the end of the movie, he sits with the villain on a cliff looking out at the view before the villain tries to kill themselves. And that's I don't know if that was intentional, if that was if he's going to do that in future. I'd like Infinity War to end with T'Challa on a cliff, maybe in space, with Thanos after they've defeated him. Going, look at all that space out there. Alright, Thanos, your turn. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed Black Panther, and I hope we all enjoy Infinity War. Bye.